Man, constantly on the move, scaling new heights diligently, with an unconquerable zeal and determination towards the highest manifestations of human intelligence. JSK Bearings, opening doors to a newer horizon. We are trying to make life more smoother for you. We are entrenched on the continuous path of growth and fructification, cherishing dream of a brighter tomorrow, covering distances in technology so that you may travel in comfort. We at JSK constantly endeavor to make the path smoother for you. Pink City of Jaipur in Rajasthan is the place from where we function. JSK Bearings Limited Jaipur pioneers in bearing manufacturing based on ISO standards using German machines. JSK's factory is situated about 5 kilometers from the Jaipur railway station. JSK, growing step by step with the ambition of spreading our wings in the market segment of bearings. Satpal Jain and R.B. Jain, the brains behind JSK Bearings Limited. Year 1995, the seeds for JSK were sown. 1997, the year the dream shaped into reality, when the manufacturing unit started functioning. Opening doors to newer vistas in life, hand in hand with our most important asset, our people. The wheel of time keeps on rotating, and so does our bearings. Raw material for the bearing is procured in the shape of outer and inner rings of SAE 5 to 100 ball bearing steel. The material once received is subject to inspection for component damage and dimensions. Then the inspected rings are filled in fixture. Fixtures fitted with rings are shifted to furnace. These are put in preheated chambers before being transferred to salt bath furnace pot. Furnace which is heated to 850 and 860 degrees centigrade. After this process of salt bath furnace, fixtures filled with races are transferred to the oil quenching tank for cooling down. Then the hardened races are cleaned of adhering salt in rotating tumbler using certain chemicals. Once cleaned, their harness is checked on the harness testing machine. Then these races are loaded in cages and transferred to tempering furnace by inserting these in electrically heated chamber, where these are retained for some time. Materials are then taken out. The harness is once again rechecked on the harness testing machine. These races are then blackodized in part rust as preventive coat. The face grinding machine procured from Gardner, USA grinds both the outer and inner rings. In size checking and inspection, both face-to-face surface flatness as well as finishing is carried out. The outside diameter grinding machine is German WMW Microsa. This works for both outer and inner rings, checks the outside diameter, squareness, face to outside diameter and roundness with 3-point and 5-point finishing. The outer ring track, a WMW BF German grinding machine, inspects track size, curvature size, track center position along with face to track, demagnetizing, variation, wobbling on track and finishing. The bore grinding operation of inner ring is done on WMW bore grinder on shoe centerless principle, doing track to bore grinding to obtain better geometric configuration. The size control of inner ring bore is buy-in-process size control system in the bore grinding machine. The inner track grinding operation is done by AGL125 on shoe centerless principle, doing track-to-track grinding for exercising better geometry squareness and concentricity. Finishing and polishing is done on Femina 568 WMW Thelen Horse honing and super finishing machine. Mr. Lalji, the Chief Technical Advisor, who is a mechanical engineer from BITS Pilani. He has worked for over 40 years in the first integrated ball taper rolling bearing plant in Jaipur. He is trained in ball taper rolling bearing plants in UK and US. The masterminds are striving for excellence all the time. The relentless zeal is an unending process. After all, it's the hawk-eyed precision for detail and finest craftsmanship is what has taken JSK to enviable heights. The final stage for the product is the assembly section, where it undergoes stringent quality control and test measures. The components are washed and wiped, then visually inspected for any flaws. The product then undergoes bore inspection with bore gauge. The process continues with the inspection and checking of outer diameter with masters, grading, ball filling, washing and drying, slackness checking, caging and pinning, riveting, demagnetizing, and the inspection. The activity continues marking, dewatering, oiling, and finally packing. Anand Kumar Jain, Director Marketing, who is having over 30 years of marketing experience in India, having vast contacts and relations in the trade and industry. The finished product has the seal of guarantee, JSK. The eye for detail and critical analysis is what lends authenticity and credibility to the final product. Giant strides on the tapestry of time, leaving indelible impressions on the path, the treasure of knowledge and wisdom. The double purpose of human life, personal perfection and social efficiency. We at JSK believe in this motto. We at JSK believe in quality. With soaring dreams, tender care, commitment to quality and customer satisfaction. We at JSK believe in consumer satisfaction. We at JSK Bearings Limited are striving to attain the ultimate, perfection. We at JSK Bearings Limited are zealously exploring newer horizons.